When we learn English, single words are important, but phrasal verbs make our English sound more natural, fluent, and advanced. Native speakers use phrasal verbs in daily conversations, business meetings, movies, interviews, and even academic discussions. Today, we are going to learn 3 very useful phrasal verbs with the word carry. These phrasal verbs are carry out, carry off, and carry over. Many English learners become confused because all these expressions use the same main verb carry, but their meanings are completely different. In this lecture, we will deeply understand each phrasal verb, its meaning, structure, usage, common mistakes, and practical examples. By the end of this lecture, you will confidently use these phrasal verbs in speaking and writing. Let us begin with the first phrasal verb. Carry out. The phrasal verb carry out means to complete, perform, conduct, or fulfill a task, duty, plan, order, or experiment. It is used when someone successfully does something that was planned or required. In simple words, carry out means to do something completely. This phrasal verb is extremely common in formal English, business English, education, science, research, police investigations, and workplace communication. Structure. Carry out plus object. For example, carry out a task, carry out an experiment, carry out an investigation, carry out an order, carry out a plan. Now let us understand its meanings in detail. First meaning of carry out. To perform or complete a task. When someone finishes a job or duty, we use carry out. Example. The employees carried out their responsibilities professionally. This means the employees completed their responsibilities properly. Second meaning of carry out. To conduct research or an experiment. Scientists, researchers, and students often carry out experiments or studies. Example. The scientists carried out several tests before launching the medicine. Third meaning of carry out. To obey or fulfill instructions or orders. Example. The soldiers carried out the commander's orders immediately. This means they obeyed the orders. Now let us look at 5 important examples of carry out. Example 1. The company carried out a survey to understand customer opinions. Example 2. Doctors carried out the operation successfully. Example 3. The police carried out an investigation into the robbery. Example 4. The team carried out the project on time. Example 5. Students must carry out their assignments carefully. Now let us discuss some common situations where native speakers use carry out. In offices, managers carry out meetings. Employees carry out tasks. Companies carry out projects. In science, researchers carry out experiments. Scientists carry out studies. In law and military, police carry out investigations. Soldiers carry out orders. In daily life, people carry out plans and responsibilities. Now let us learn some common mistakes. Incorrect. He carried out to the market. This is wrong because carry out does not mean transport or take somewhere. Correct. He carried out the instructions carefully. Another mistake. Many learners confuse do and carry out. Do is general. Carry out is more formal and professional. Compare these sentences. The students did the experiment. The students carried out the experiment. Both are correct, but the second sentence sounds more formal and advanced. Now let us move to the second phrasal verb. Carry off. Carry off is a very interesting phrasal verb because it has multiple meanings. The most common meanings are to succeed in doing something difficult, to win something, or to take something away. Let us understand each meaning carefully. First meaning of carry off. To succeed in doing something difficult. When someone does something challenging successfully and confidently, we use carry off. Example: she carried off the performance beautifully. This means she performed very successfully. Second meaning of carry off: to win something. Carry off can also mean to win a prize, trophy, award, or competition. Example: the young athlete carried off the gold medal. Third meaning of carry off: to take something away. In older or literary English, carry off can mean to remove or steal something. Example: the strong winds carried off the roof. Now let us understand the structure. Carry off plus object. Carry off a prize. Carry off a role. Carry off a performance. Carry off an award. Now let us look at 5 examples of carry off. Example 1. She carried off the difficult role with confidence. Example 2. Our school carried off the championship this year. Example 3. The actor carried off the comedy performance perfectly. Example 4. The team carried off first prize in the competition. Example 5. The storm carried off several trees during the night. Now let us deeply understand how native speakers use carry off. In competitions, people carry off trophies, awards, and medals. In acting and performance, actors carry off difficult roles. Singers carry off live performances. In fashion, people often say someone carries off a dress or style well. Example: she carries off traditional clothes beautifully. This means she looks confident and attractive in those clothes. Now let us compare carry out and carry off because many learners confuse them. Carry out means complete or perform. Carry off means succeed or win. Compare. The scientists carried out the experiment. The scientists carried off the award for their research. In the first sentence, they performed the experiment. In the second sentence, they won an award. Now let us discuss common mistakes with carry off. Incorrect. I carried off my homework yesterday. This sounds unnatural because carry off usually does not mean complete homework. Correct. I carried out my homework assignment carefully. Another mistake. Many learners use carry off instead of win. Remember, carry off is more expressive and stylish than simply saying win. Compare. She won the competition. She carried off the competition trophy. The second sentence sounds richer and more advanced. Now let us move to the third phrasal verb. Carry over. Carry over means to continue something from one situation, time, or place into another. It can also mean transfer something to the next stage or period. This phrasal verb is very common in business, finance, sports, education, and everyday conversations. Structure. Carry over plus object. Carry over profits. Carry over habits. Carry over emotions. Carry over data. Now let us understand the meanings carefully. First meaning of carry over: to transfer something into the future or next period. Example: the company carried over unused funds to next year. This means the money was transferred into the next year. Second meaning of carry over: to continue or influence another situation. Example: his anger carried over into the meeting. This means his anger continued during the meeting. Third meaning of carry over: to move something from one place or system to another. Example: the software automatically carries over old data. Now let us look at 5 examples of carry over. Example 1. Unused vacation days can carry over to next month. Example 2. Her childhood experiences carried over into adult life. Example 3. The team's confidence carried over to the next match. Example 4. The accountant carried over the remaining balance. Example 5. Negative emotions should not carry over into relationships. Now let us understand where carryover is commonly used. In business and finance, companies carry over budgets, balances, profits, and losses. In emotions and behavior, feelings and habits carry over into future situations. In technology, data carries over from one device to another. In sports, confidence and momentum carry over into future games. Now let us compare carry over with carry out and carry off. Carry out means perform or complete. Carry off means succeed or win. Carry over means continue or transfer. Compare these sentences carefully. The team carried out the plan successfully. The team carried off the championship trophy. Their confidence carried over into the next season. The meanings are completely different even though all use carry. Now let us do a deeper analysis of grammar and sentence patterns. Carry out is usually used with tasks, duties, research, operations, investigations, and plans. Examples: carry out a mission, carry out a survey, carry out an experiment. Carry off is commonly used with awards, performances, roles, prizes, and achievements. Examples: carry off the prize, carry off the role, carry off the performance. Carryover is used with emotions, balances, habits, profits, influence, and experiences. Examples: carry over the balance, carry over the stress, carry over old habits. Now let us practice understanding through situations. Situation 1. A company asks workers to complete a project. Correct sentence: the workers carried out the project successfully. Situation 2. A singer gives an amazing performance and wins an award. Correct sentence: the singer carried off the award easily. Situation 3. A student's bad habits continue into college life. Correct sentence: his bad habits carried over into college life. Now let us study advanced usage because advanced English learners should know how these phrasal verbs sound in professional English. Advanced use of carry out. In professional environments, carry out sounds formal and authoritative. Examples: the committee carried out a detailed review. The hospital carried out emergency procedures immediately. Advanced use of carry off. Carry off often gives a feeling of elegance, confidence, or impressive success. Example: despite the pressure, she carried off the presentation brilliantly. Advanced use of carry over. Carry over often talks about continuity, influence, or transfer. Example: the lessons learned this year will carry over into future projects. Now let us discuss pronunciation tips because correct pronunciation improves speaking fluency. Carry out. The stress is stronger on out. Carry out. Carry off. The stress is stronger on off. Carry off. Carry over. The stress is stronger on over. Carry over. Practicing stress correctly helps you sound more natural. Now let us do a mini quiz. Which phrasal verb fits best? Sentence 1. The researchers, blank, a medical study. Answer: carried out. Sentence 2. The actress, blank, the difficult role beautifully. Answer: carried off. Sentence 3. Unused money will, blank, enter next year. Answer: carry over. Excellent. Now let us learn some conversational examples. Conversation 1. Manager: did the team finish the project? Employee: yes, we carried out all the tasks successfully. Conversation 2. Friend 1: who won the singing competition? Friend 2: Sarah carried off the first prize. Conversation 3. Teacher: do not let personal problems carry over into your studies. Now let us understand the emotional tone of these phrasal verbs. Carry out sounds professional and responsible. Carry off sounds confident, successful, and impressive. Carry-over sounds continuous and connected. Understanding emotional tone helps you choose the right expression naturally. Now let us discuss why English learners should master phrasal verbs. Phrasal verbs are everywhere in English. Native speakers use them in conversations, movies, podcasts, interviews, and books. If you avoid phrasal verbs, your English may sound robotic or overly basic. Instead of saying, conduct an investigation, native speakers often say, carry out an investigation. Instead of saying, win a prize, native speakers may say, carry off a prize. Instead of saying, transfer to the next period, people say, carry over to the next period. This is why phrasal verbs are essential for fluency. Now let us look at advanced comparison sentences. The company carried out a market analysis before launching the product. The company carried off several business awards that year. Their success carried over into international markets. Notice how each phrasal verb creates a different meaning and feeling. Now let us study memory tricks to remember these phrasal verbs easily. Carry out. Think of carrying a task outward until it is completed. Meaning complete or perform. Carry off. Think of carrying away victory or success. Meaning win or succeed impressively. Carry over. Think of carrying something across time into another stage. Meaning continue or transfer. These visual memory tricks make learning easier. Now let us practice with more examples for stronger understanding. Extra examples of carry out. The engineers carried out safety checks before opening the bridge. The government carried out new policies last year. Nurses carry out important medical duties every day. Extra examples of carry off. The dancer carried off the stage performance confidently. Our university carried off several academic awards. He carried off the leadership role naturally. Extra examples of carry over. Good communication skills carry over into every profession. The stress from work carried over into his personal life. Their friendship carried over from school into adulthood. Now let us discuss one important thing. Context changes meaning. You cannot randomly replace one phrasal verb with another. Incorrect. The police carried off an investigation. Correct. The police carried out an investigation. Incorrect. The actress carried over the award. Correct. The actress carried off the award. Incorrect. The company carried out unused profits into next year. Correct. The company carried over unused profits into next year. This is why context is extremely important in English. Now let us conclude today's lecture. Today we learned 3 important phrasal verbs with carry. Carry out means to perform, complete, or conduct something. Carry off means to succeed, win, or perform something impressively. Carry over means to continue or transfer something into another time or situation. We also learned their sentence structures, professional uses, emotional tones, common mistakes, comparisons, pronunciation, and many practical examples. The best way to master these phrasal verbs is daily practice. Try making your own sentences. Use them in conversations, writing, and speaking exercises. Listen to movies, podcasts, and interviews carefully, and notice how native speakers naturally use these expressions. The more you practice, the more natural your English will become. Thank you for watching this lecture. Keep learning, keep practicing, and keep improving your English every single day.